So obviously, the most important thing to think about when it comes to EAA is, does it actually apply to my organization? And if it does it apply to my products and services, or some of them, or all of them? Looking at the digital and online space, some of the most common sectors and services affected by the EAA are consumer e-commerce services, so buying and selling online, video streaming platforms, some electronic communication networks, so like chat services and ebooks as well. And it applies when those services I've just mentioned are made available in the EU. So your company doesn't need to be based in the EU. For example, you could operate solely in the US or the UK, but you just need to be offering the services in the EU. So for example, e-commerce, your service is based in the UK, but you deliver to countries in the EU. And it's a very similar story for products. It applies to manufacturers and importers of in-scope products where they have been placed on the market in the EU. So you can see already how wide the scope is. It has this really broad extraterritorial remit, and businesses need to be aware of this. But I would say from an EU perspective, the notion of extraterritoriality is something we're quite used to in the European Union. So, GDPR being the one that comes to mind for many. But I will say, from looking at it here, it's quite obvious. At the heart of the EAA, the baseline directive text that is, consumer services are the main focus.